Hey, what's up everyone? How's it going out there? Welcome back to a virtual road trip. Glad you made it back for another ride. And, well, actually today, we're not really going for a ride, well, except for the very beginning here. This is actually going to be a hiking video. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and for my first hiking video, I decided to climb up Mount Tremper, which I think I mentioned in an earlier video. It's a mountain here pretty much in the heart of the higher peaks of the Catskills, and at the top of the mountain, at the end of the trail, we'll be reaching a fire tower, and we'll get some great views up there. So this is at the trailhead, and we'll be heading up. Here we go. So this is actually my second time climbing this mountain. Well, not climbing, walking up this mountain. And last time I did it was about 10 years ago. So when I decided to come up here to do this hike, I kind of misremembered, if that's a word, about how exactly long this hike is. I thought it was 3 miles round trip. It's actually 3 miles just to the top, and it's all uphill. It's about 2,000 feet of vertical ascent, and I'm not I'm not a marathon runner, to say the least. I'm in good enough shape to get up the mountain, but it was a lot more than I remembered. And oh, I made sure to sign in at the box. Always remember to sign in when you're going hiking, just in case, if they have it there. Usually most hiking trailheads do. So yeah, we're heading up, and it's gonna be a good one. Most of it is thick woods, as you can see here, and trust me, when we get to the top, it'll be worth it. Now, even though I complain that the hike is longer than I remembered, it's actually a fairly easy hike overall. Even a novice hiker shouldn't have a problem with it. It's basically just walking uphill. So if you're ever in this area in the Catskill Mountains, it's definitely a hike I recommend. It's got a great view at the top, one of the best in the area, and it's a good 3-4 hour hike, at a leisurely pace. You can kind of see through these trees a giant rock pile toward the back. That's actually remnants of a lot of the quarry activity that took place on Mount Tremper during the 19th century. And it's the origin of this actual trail. In fact, you could drive an ATV up it rather easily because it's essentially a logging road. All along this trail, you'll see these huge rocks and boulders that look like they were purposely placed where they are. These rocks are called glacial till, and as the name suggests, they were deposited there by the glaciers that dominated this entire area, the entire Northeast, during the last ice age, which ended roughly 14 to 11,000 years ago, depending on where you are. And the glaciers of this area have basically shaped the topography of everything in these mountains and everything you see, including the glacial till. In fact, if you look at many of these rocks, these exposed rocks coming out of the ground, if you look closely, you can see the striations of lines that were carved into the rock from the glaciers that both advanced and retreated. We're coming up to the first lean-to. This lean-to is about I'd say 2/3 of the way up the trail, and it's great resting spot. You can even camp here if you for some reason get stuck overnight. And there's a bathroom nearby, and It's a good place to have lunch or just have a drink of water and rest up before you make your final push up the mountain. This sign up here says spring and points to the left up this trail. So let's go check that out. At this point in the hike I was pretty thirsty. I had ran out of water, so I was definitely happy to see this. The water was fresh and clean as can be. Don't worry, I didn't get sick. Like I said, it was fresh spring water. Probably better than the stuff you can buy in the store. At this point, we're getting to the top of the mountain, starting to approach the summit. I can tell I'm at the top because I can see the blue sky in front of me. And to the left up here is the second lean-to, where you can also camp overnight if you had to. It's identical to the first lean-to we stopped at. And pretty soon here we'll be at the top. The summit and fire tower are just ahead here, and this fire tower is made of steel, but the original fire tower, built in 1916, was wooden and eventually rotted away and was eventually closed. And this metal fire tower was built in 2001. And these signs here denote the fact that we're on a much longer trail system, and if we continued on we could hike a few other Catskill peaks, but I think this is far enough. Let's head up this tower, get some views. This tower is built solid, but it's still an interesting climb up. It's it's kind of climb at your own risk here. Now, unfortunately, when I got to the top, I found the top observation room was locked, and I had to get all my views from just underneath, but I think they still came out pretty good. You know, it might have been a long hike up here, a lot longer than I remembered, but in the end it was really worth it. I mean, this view is amazing. Whether I look north, east, south, doesn't matter. It's beautiful either way. I'm in the heart of the Catskills. I can see all the high peaks. I can see the Hudson River. I mean, I can see pretty much everything from up here. It's a very peaceful spot, worth the hike. And I guess it's a good place to end the video since I'm at the top. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to do more of these hiking videos in the future, try to make them a part of this channel. Let me know what you think, if it's worth doing. Other than that, you know, just the usual. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share, whatever you gotta do. And I hope to be back with another video in about a week or so. Probably be back on the road for that one. And until then, I'm going to leave you with some more beautiful sights from the top of Mount Tremper. Thanks for watching.